announcing today, and why?
Well, I'm announcing that I'm seeking the Green Party nomination for president. I'm doing it because Greens around the country have basically drafted me. It's not what I had planned to do, but I'm humbled and honored, and I'm going to work 24 hours, 24/7 to make this happen. And what this is about is building the Green Party. People say, well, why don't you run local candidates? Well, we do, but it's really hard in this country, harder than any other country in the world, to even get on the ballot. So the presidential candidate can get ballot lines. We have about 20 in the country. We need 31 more, counting the District of Columbia. So that's one major purpose. And we're going to support our candidates down the ballot, help Greens organize. So it's about party building. And the other thing is we're going to put forward real solutions to the problems we face. We face a climate crisis. We face a new nuclear arms race. And most working people have trouble paying their bills, food, groceries, medical bills, the rent, the utilities, every month. So we want to address those issues too. We're calling for an eco-socialist Green New Deal. The Green New Deal has been the signature program of the Green Party for the last decade. And we appreciate that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the Sunshine Movement got the national spotlight on it. Our problem is they diluted it, they watered it down. So we're going to set the standard for a Green New Deal that's up to the task of addressing climate change and the economic problems we face. So those are the two main purposes, to advance this eco-socialist Green New Deal and to build the Green Party.
Why you, though?
I've been active in the Greens since the very first national organizing meeting in 1984. I've been active in independent working class politics since the 1960s. And I've run for office many times. I ran 3 times for governor in New York. We got a ballot line out of it each time. I've got as much as 5% of the vote, which was more than any independent party on the left got in New York in a century. So people think I'm a good candidate, and they ask me to run. And I really respect the people that asked me, and the team that put this together is working very hard. So now I'm retired. I'm a retired Teamster. I don't have a clock to punch every night, so I really don't have an excuse. So I'm going to do my best.
What's like the main thing that you could do for this country to really help all Americans out?
Well, basically to get another option beside these 2 capitalist parties that are bought and paid for by the 1% or really the 1/10 of 1% against all the rest of us. And to put forward real solutions. If we're going to deal with climate change, we got to get to 100% greenhouse gas reductions and clean energy by 2030. And beyond that, we got to draw carbon out of the atmosphere, which means we got to transform agriculture. And these are things that are not being discussed. That's the point of the Green Party. It's always been the historic role of third parties in this country to bring issues to the fore that the major parties don't want to deal with, like slavery, like women's suffrage, like labor rights. And now we've got this environmental crisis that if we don't address, it's threatening literally our futures and our children's future.